What's up everyone, I am the KnK, and this is my long overdue quickie review of Scream 5. This video is brought to you by the KnK store, creativitybydesign.llc.com/shop. You can buy all kinds of cool KnK merchandise. We've got t-shirts, notebooks, pens, water bottles, and a poster. Check it out, and thank you for your business. Now back to the review.
Colt with a red right hand.
Yes, I know it's technically not Scream 5, it's just called Scream. Even though it is Scream 5 because it's Scream 5. I don't understand why they did this. I mean, they do make a comment about it in the movie of actually like first stab. They're like, well, everyone knows it was stab 8, but they just called it stab because that's the thing to do these days. So they had to go and do it here because that's the thing to do. I mean, technically what I think they should have done, they could have still just called it Scream, but I think the point in the M that goes downward that can kind of look like a V should have been a different color. This way you could have said Scream 5 while keeping it Scream, but whatever, that's just me. Anyway, Scream is the sequel to Scream 4. If you don't know what the Scream movies are about by now, then you're probably not going to be watching Scream 5 anyway, and if you are, you're going to be like, why do these characters matter? What's this all about? Why does that matter? What? It's basically like Halloween 2018 in that it brings the cast back from the original film, or well, at least in this case, the original trilogy. Like 2 of the characters are actually the kids to Randy's sister from the first movie. Randy's sister was in the 3rd movie. And there's relationships going on and teenage angsty stuff. And that's pretty much the whole point of the movie, is that these people are getting killed because, I don't know, the motivations in this one were a bit flimsy. Now, granted, the movie itself was not a bad movie by any means. It did have some really good parts in there. There were concepts I liked. However, for the most part, it plays everything you would expect by the book. If you're expecting a Scream movie that goes above and beyond and does something completely different that the other 3 sequels did not do, you're going to be sorely disappointed. If you're going in there because you're a Scream fan and you just want to see more of the Scream characters, you're probably going to come out enjoying yourself. I would say it is tied with Scream 3 as being my least favorite Scream movie. That doesn't necessarily make it bad, it just means it's the weakest of all the Scream movies. I mean, if I were to rank them, it would be the first one is at the top, then 4, because I really liked the way 4 worked with everything and made fun of remakes. 2 is not bad, and then 3 and 5 are kind of, you could flip-flop, and if you have to include it, a pile of dog crap, and then the TV series that were on MTV. Yeah, those TV series were pretty much Scream in name only. On top of new characters, Scream 5 brings in our favorite trio from the other movies, Gale, Dewey, and Sydney. And Sydney is in the movie for like the last half. Gale's in the movie for like the last half. Dewey's in the movie for more than them. Dewey was probably the standout character on top of the main girl of this movie. That's not Sydney. I don't know why we really had to bring Sydney, Dewey, and Gale back other than to bring Sydney, Dewey, and Gale back. It's kind of hard. Like I said, it's not exactly a bad movie. It just makes some really weird decisions that leave me scratching my head going, huh? And it just doesn't do anything new. Like, I pretty much guessed who the killers were right from the start, and that's exactly who they were. Now, granted, that doesn't necessarily make a movie bad, because you can guess who the culprit is and still enjoy the movie. But with Scream 5, it was very predictable, way too predictable, and I feel like it took away from it because the story didn't do anything that kept everything interesting. You can tell it was missing that Wes Craven touch. Like, they really wanted to imitate Wes Craven so badly that they completely missed the mark on imitating Wes Craven. In the end, I'm going to give Scream 5 a 7 out of 10. It's not the best way to start the movie-going experience of the year off, but there's been worse movies before. What did you think of Scream 5? Did you already see it? Were you waiting for reviews before you went to see it? Were you just waiting to see it on video? Let me know in the comments. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support me. You can support me on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Kaiju no Kami, Discord, Kaiju no Kami, and my website, creativitybydesign.llc.com, and check out the Kaiju no Kami shop. Until next time, bye.